The three visitors. The Lord appeared to Abram near the great tree of Mamre, while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of while he was sitting the day. Abraham looked up and saw three men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under this tree. Let me get you something to eat, so you can be refreshed, and then go on your way. Now then you have come to your servant." "Very well," they answered. "Do as you say." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. "Quick," he said, "get 3 shears of the finest flour and knead it and bake some bread." Then he ran to the herd and selected a choice, tender calf and gave it to a servant who hurried to prepare it. He then brought some curd and milk and the calf that had been prepared and set 3 before them. While they ate, he stood near them under a tree. "Where is your wife, Sarah?" they asked him. "There in the tent," he said. Then one of them said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah your wife will have a son." Now Sarah was listening at the entrance to the tent, which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were already very old, and Sarah was past the age of childbearing. So Sarah laughed to herself as she thought, "After I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I now have this pleasure?" Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Will I really have a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, "I did not laugh." But he said, "Yes, you did laugh." Abraham fled for Sodom. When the men got up to leave, they looked down toward Sodom, and Abraham walked along with them to see them on their way. Then the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all nations on us will be blessed through him. For I have chosen him, so that he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of Lord by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord will bring about for Abraham what he has promised him. Then the Lord said, the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great and their sin so grievous that I will go down and see if what they have done is as bad as the outcry and has reached me. If not, I will know. The man turned away and went toward Sodom. The Abraham remained standing before the Lord. Then Abraham approached him and said, will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really sweep it away and not spare the place of the sake of the 50 righteous people in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike. Far be it from you. Will not the judge of all the earth do right? The Lord said, if I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, and I will spare the whole place for their sake. Then Abram spoke up again. Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am nothing but dust and ashes, what if the number of the righteous is 5 less and 50? Will you destroy the whole city, the wreck 5 people? If find 40 people there, he said, I will not destroy it. Once again he spoke to him. What if only 40 are found there? He said, for the sake of 40, I will not do it. Then he said, may the Lord not be angry, but let me speak. What if only 30 can be found there? He answered, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Abraham said, now that I have been so bold as to speak the Lord, what if only 20 can be found there? He said, for sake of 20, I will not destroy it. And he said, may the Lord not be angry. Just let me speak just once more. What if only 10 can be found there? He answered, for the sake of 10, I will not destroy it. When the Lord had finished speaking with Abraham, he left and Abraham returned home. Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. The two angels arrived at the Sodom in the evening, and Lot was Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. "My lords," he said, "please, please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go on your way early in the morning." "No," they answered. "We will spend the night of skill." But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared a meal of them, baking bread without yeast. They ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called aloud, Where the men who came to you tonight?" They called to Lot, "Where are the men who came to you?" "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so we can have sex with them." Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him. And he said, "Oh no, my friend, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do what you like with them. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof." "Get out of my way," they replied. "This fellow came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We will treat you worse than them." They kept bringing pressure on the road and moved forward to break down the door. But the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back into house and shut the door. Then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness, so that they could not find the door. The 2 men said to Lot, "Do you have anyone else here, sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who bring to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place." The outcry of the Lord against its people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his son-in-law, who were pleased to marry his daughters. he said, "Hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But his son-in-law thought he was joking. With the coming of dawn, the angel urged Lot, saying, "Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is finished." When he hesitated, the man grabbed his hand and the hands of his wife and of the 2 daughters and led them safely out of the city. For the Lord was merciful of them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, "Flee your lives. Don't look back, and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee the mountains, or you will be swept away." But Lot said to them, "No, my lord, please, your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me and in sparing my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me, and I will die. Look, here is a town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared." He said to him, "Very well, I will grant this request too. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it." This is why the town was called Zoar. By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had risen over the land, and the Lord rained down burning sulfur of Sodom and Gomorrah. And from the Lord out of heaven, thus he overthrew the cities and the entire land, destroying and all those living in the cities, and also the vegetations in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Only the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all of the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land like smoke from furnace. So when God destroyed the city of plain and remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out the catastrophe that overthrew the city where Lot had lived. Lot had his daughters. Lot had his daughters. Lot and his 2 daughters left Zoar and settled in the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Jorah. He and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. One day, the older daughter said to the younger, "Our father is old, and there's no man around there to give us children. As is the sleep with him and preserved our family line through our father." That night they got their father to drink wine, and older daughter went in and slept with him, though he was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. The next day, the older daughter said to younger, "Last night I slept with my father. Let's get him to drink wine again tonight, and you go in and sleep with him so we can preserve our family line through our father." So they got their father to drink wine and night also, and the younger daughter went in and slept with him. Again he was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. So both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father. The older daughter had a son, and she named him Moab. He is the father of the Moabites of today. The younger daughter also has a son, and she named him Ben-Ami. He is the father of the Amorites of today. Abraham and Abimelech. Now Abraham moved over there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while she stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She is a married woman." Now Abimelech had not gone near her, so he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation?" Did he not say to me, "She is my sister," and didn't she also say, "He is my brother"? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hand. Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That's why I did not let you touch her. not return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who bring to you will die." Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, "What have you done to us? How I have wronged you that you have brought so great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should never be done." And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What was your reason for doing this?" Abraham replied, "I said to myself, there is surely no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of the mother, and she became my wife. And when God had me wander from my father's household, I said to her, this is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say of me, he is my brother." Then Abimelech brought sleep and Gether, and male and female slave, and gave them to Abraham, and he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, "My land is before you. Live everywhere you like." To Sarah he said, I am giving your brother 1,000 shekels and of silver. This is to cover the offense against you before all of you. You are completely vindicated. Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female slaves, so they could have children again. For the Lord had kept all the women in Abimelech's household from conceiving because of Abraham's wife Sarah.